One of the things I love about instructional coaching is getting to spend time with veteran teachers just to see them in their element. I love celebrating what they're doing great and learning from them where they want to grow and where they want to see their students grow. And I celebrate being in James Long's classroom. He's a third grade teacher at Newberry Elementary School. I've gotten to watch James teach for 3 years. And one of the things I love about his classroom is just how intentional he is to put into place structures where students can be engaged. And even with those structures in place, with students talking to one another, listening to one another when they come up to the board, celebrating and clapping for one another.
Very good.
He's really built a community where there's not competition. There's the intentionality around learning how to make learning safe by celebrating my classmates' wins. And it's just such a great class culture to be in. I see each student in the classroom really working on being a stronger learner. The area that James wanted to grow in was being able to have students engage cross-curricularly. So that way math isn't on an island, English isn't on an island, science, social studies, so on and so forth. So he wanted to integrate them into a interdisciplinary thematic unit. So my support for James came from him asking, can you help me to help my students make connections so that way English, math, social studies, and science don't live on different islands, but they are integrated. And that's the beauty of an interdisciplinary thematic unit. It allows for us to help students intentionally see the connections across their curriculum. So what we did is we started with my build framework, and we started with step 1, where we begin with a theme, and we looked at the different topics that they'd be studying, and we found a way to connect them thematically. From there, we uncovered the standards, noticed what they have to learn in each one of their major content areas, and then started to imagine a product. What will they create? And then we looked at how we can, through essential questions, link that learning to get them there and then determine the assessments. And so we found ways to formatively and summatively assess their learning. And the enthusiasm as we were building this together was so exciting that James wanted to take it back to the rest of the third grade team to share with them so that way they could continue to build on those ideas. And I think when I reflect on what makes coaching so stinking enjoyable is when you see the best in the teachers that you're working with and you just pull out their brilliance and you share a tool or a trick or a structure to help them do that thinking and then leveraging something like AI to support them in that thinking. With James, it's always been an honor to be a colleague, a coach, and a supporter as I'm one of his #1 fans.